Wake up, it's that time again. The sun's not here, but we're on again. Grab your coffee, grab your crystals and gather round. It's not lunch, it's not breakfast, it's the time we found. For brunch, well maybe we're busy. For brunch, maybe we're lazy. For brunch, well maybe it's conquest. For brunch, or a real request. But brunch is the time that we make for each of us, where we ask Egnards dumb stuff, because brunch will always be the special time for Egnards and for me.
Hey, good morning. Merry Christmas. I am excited. I didn't know if I was going to do this today. People seemed to want it last night. And I actually, it kind of came down to I forgot to do my TB. And I was kind of like, oh, actually, I am off work tomorrow morning. I guess we could do a brunch and get this all kind of done. Right. And that's what we're going to do. And that's going to help me get my TB done, my conquest done. We get to spend a little bit of time together, which is always nice. It's always lovely. But it's even better today because it is Christmas Eve now. The sad thing is I don't get to spend it at home. We are going to be driving up to my in-laws, and my wife has that tradition that I'm sure all of you have of staying at your parents' house. So I get to sleep on a not so comfortable mattress tonight in a very chaotic household. It's kind of like the family stone over there, though with much less people. Uh, you know what? Let's just let's just get through it, right? I haven't even started. I literally have. I mean, I logged in just to the splash screen. I have not touched the game at all this morning, and we have limited time. With it really being whenever she wakes up, or I do have a dentist appointment at 11 today. So we'll kind of just see what happens, and we'll go from there, and we'll get what we can get done. Done. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. We've got to do our dailies for brunch. Ba-da-da-da-da for brunch. Ba-da-da-da-da. I know there are double drops tomorrow, but I also need to get tickets done. I think that I might do some refreshes tonight of this energy. I generally don't do normal energy refreshes at all. And then Conquest, Cantina energy. Let's leave Cantina energy where it is. We're not even gonna touch it. Your wife is the most comfortable mattress. My wife tells me that I am an elephant graveyard and that I am very bony. She has, yes, very much gone through and described me as, you know, that graveyard in The Lion King? But it's okay. Hey, Moonborn! He's not too big for my streams anymore. Look at this guy. The guy that makes everything that we do pretty. He is here. Oh, I just came in to stop by and say something small. Merry Christmas, Moonborn. You know that I love you very much. But you don't have proof of me saying... Oh, shit. Damn it. I forget that what happens on the stream does not indeed stay on the stream. A Wookiee Egnards image. I was joking with Nooch. I don't know if you saw this, but I was joking with Nooch a few days ago, and he was joking about AI. And I was... Calvin had said that ChatGPT has the worst AI. So I took Nooch's profile picture, and I asked ChatGPT to give me a version of it where he's picking his nose. And then we turned it into a rabid beaver Nooch, which of course had me turn it into a Jar Jar Binks Nooch. It was very funny. You had to be there. Just one of those things. Is Moonborn an animator? Moonborn is a jack of all trades. He does everything. I don't know how he does it. I usually my texts to Moonborn start with, "Hey, I think that this is out of your comfort zone, but can you do this thing? What do you think?" And he'll say, "I have never done that skill before, but give me a week and we'll figure it out." And every time he does something. And he always figures it out. So we take advantage of him. You described my mistress. Let's see. I always forget what he... Oh, I have to do this part, right? Hello, Mr. Baldman. The airing of grievances starts now. For all of you that are old, like me. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da for brunch. Ba-da-dee-dee-dee for brunch. Do I neg Moonborn? I 100% neg Moonborn constantly. You should really see the DMs between him and I, because it really is a mutual negging where we quite literally just make fun of each other constantly. I don't think either of us. Bald man, I know, but I wasn't on yesterday. Okay, so I'm just trying to be topical with references from 20 years ago. I don't think that Moonborn and I have ever said a nice thing to each other, like ever. I think that every one of our DMs is sarcastic to each other. Da, 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 da. Oh, I don't have enough of that. I did great trying to speak Serbian. Was it semi-close? I'm glad that somebody appreciated it. It snowed all yesterday, which was nice, but it's like it's the kind of snow where you can still see what's on the ground under the snow. So it definitely was not enough. Gotta do our 1 Coliseum battle. Let's see. I just love, I've said this before, I love this part of the battle. I love fighting the ATSD. The ATSD just takes however many turns it wants to take. And it goes, you know what? I'm taking 3 this time. Actually, you know what? I want to take 2 this time. It's very annoying, Mr. ATST. Oh, look. Somebody's dead. Told don't use Luke's middle special. Probably should have used it there, actually, because it was basically my last turn. Doesn't matter. I got to tier 5, which meant that I could upgrade Yobaka, Buddy Cop Chewbacca, and that's all that really mattered to me. All right, we are going to do... I love the part when it's over. Yeah, me too. We are going to do TB now so that my guild does not get mad at me. Let's see. What is it? Next view's up top? Okay, we're just running these on auto. How many edibles am I taking to the in-laws, and how quickly will the first batch be taking? You know what's funny is that my father-in-law is a huge hippie. So you joke about that, but he loves drugs, and we will be going to the pot store today to buy him drugs for Christmas. That's literally all he asks for is drugs. He probably will ask me if I want to do drugs with him tonight. I will almost definitely decline because pot does make me feel very anxious. So I don't typically partake often. And I will end up saying something to my wife like, why don't you take some and, you know, you can have fun with your dad. Will I be drunk? Almost definitely. My brother-in-law and I will go to the wing place that is open till 5 today. Brewster's Chicken and Brews in Yorktown. I think everybody should email them and tell them that I have been talking about them and that you go there because you love them because of me. Maybe I'll get free stuff. Why don't you use Luke's middle special? Somebody told me, Dan told me yesterday. He said something about like resist, and if you resist, then he gets bonus turns. So you're not supposed to use Luke's middle special. I've never tested it, but so I figured I would try it and see what happened. Good morning, Hot Hot. I asked my wife if sneezing a lot means you're sneezy and sleeping a lot means you're sleepy. What's the word for someone that is coughing a lot? Yes, please, milk with 2 sugars. I like my coffee black, personally, but I get it. I appreciate the joke. How did Mary and Joseph get the... I love that everybody just comes in here with dad jokes. Like, that is the vibe. It's just dad joke after dad joke. Is my guild being lax for TB? Yes and no. So the goal is we don't lose any stars, but we call it holiday TB. And holiday TB is when me and my other TB officer Q, we don't tag as much. We are going to spend time with our families. And the guild is in the understanding that we might lose a star. We might lose 2 stars. We might lose 3 stars. And it's fine. My guild has been instructed to do combats if they have time. And on days that they don't have time, on days they're with their family and they have other things to do, just platoon and deploy. So we are aware that we're probably going to lose a star or 2, and it's completely fine. People have asked about doing Hoth. You know, listen, if you're in a more casual guild, then fine, do Hoth. It's fun, like, whatever. I don't particularly find it fun to run those battles on auto, and it's a huge drop in rewards. So for me, it didn't feel worth it to do that. It felt more worth it to just tell people, hey, you know, do what you can do. Don't do what you can't do. Did my wife like the dad joke that I sent you? I'm going to be honest, man. I completely forgot to tell her the joke because it has been a busy couple of days and she just got home over the weekend from being away. So also, I just want her to love me. I don't want her to hate me. How is Christmas like my job? Yeah, it's Hell Week. That's how Christmas is like my job, unless that's a joke. Duckutus. I know, man. And that is a deep cut with Duckutus, because that is a long time coming, that one. We're gonna hit Executor. Morning, Warlock. Yeah, you know, the way that I said it to my guild, I'm like, look, you guys, Christmas is a 2-day affair. It's unlikely that you're not going to be available all 7 days. But if you are unavailable all 7 days, all I'm asking people to do is platoon, deploy. That's it. I might tag once today. That's it. I'm not going crazy with tags. I'm spending time with my family. But every guild has their own way of doing things. Now, why is there Hell Week on a major holiday week, CG? Come on, guys. Like, seriously? Kind of annoying, right? Why? Why must we have Hell Week this week? I know you can't control when Hell Week is, I know, but like shift the calendar around or something. Make my life easier or something. Don't make me go through this shit. They didn't expect the game to be alive they're like, after Delta, it doesn't matter, right? That's what it came down to. Con Warlock, how much did the charity game make? I don't know yet. I will not know for a couple of days. So in the past, you were able to you were able to end it early. And I can't end it early anymore. They must have turned off the ability to end it early. And I can't talk to customer service about the people that were not tracking until it is over. So there is roughly like a day and 18 hours left. And once that ends, then I can contact customer service. And once I contact customer service, they can adjust the totals or tell me to get fucked. I should probably turn off the Stream Elements bot for that thing, though. And once that is done, I will update everybody on what the total is for the game. User timers, Discord, YouTube, Puzzles and Chaos. Let's turn that timer off. All right. Nope. You literally do not even need to log in at all. You don't even have to play. Now, I'm going to be playing over the next couple of days. I am building up. I am amassing a grand army. I am then going to change my in-game name. And then I am going to go over to the top alliance and just start taking out all of their lower players until they destroy me. So that is the goal. So anyone that is still in the game and has not given away their account, send me all your resources, and I will be planning. I'm in planning stages right now, basically building all of the stuff that I need. Hoping it'll be probably not tomorrow. It'll probably be on Friday that I end up doing it. There's a major resource event going on right now. So I have been using all of my speed ups to be able to build as much as I possibly can, make sure all of my buildings are upgraded, and we're just going to go to town on them. And they might notice right away. They might figure it out right away and send all their big guys at me. Hey, C-Squared. Good morning, Christian. Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Egnards, stop singing. Good tidings we share on Twitch and YouTube. Good tidings we share. C-Squared's a noob. I can't tell if Jabba is saying mascot or more scotch. Really hoping that it's more scotch. There we go. I love that we can just burn through this now. This is just an open battle, right? Yep, NS open. The one thing that I am excited about is that this conquest, like, I'm not gonna really need to Datacron farm much at all, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like I have all the Datacrons I need. I might not even waste the crystals on it. So I'm kind of, I might do a little bit, but I don't really need much. Save some crystals. Is Hondo good in TB? I enjoy them in TB. I have gotten Vayne's Omicron because Vayne's Omicron helps me to do the sortie mission on auto. I don't have the Quiggled Cron. I think Quiggled's Cron turns off with GLs in the team, if I remember correctly. I don't use a Maz team in TB, so I'm not sure how good that one is. Outside of the sortie battle, I don't really know if Vayne's is necessary. I did it just for ease. Be well, Dan. I appreciate you and all of your sarcasm throughout the year. Leia brings some more scotch. I wish I had scotch. I wish I could drink scotch right now. I didn't have a fucking dentist appointment. I think New Year's Eve we'll have a proper brunch and I'll get champagne and we'll drink through brunch. just because it's New Year's Eve, right? Morning, Kabuto. Is that a cookie? Is that like a cookie clicker emoji? I am a fan of that. I don't even know if it's bad on the sortie mission. I just know that it helps on the auto on the sortie mission. So I applied it because I feel like with the episode pass, I don't really need Omicrons anywhere near as much as I used to. Now, with that said, eras kind of make that weird. Because there's going to be 6 characters releasing, you know, kind of all at the same time. What kind of scotch do I drink? I tend to be completely honest, scotch is a favorite style of mine, but I really like Japanese whiskey. And I will almost have a bottle of Suntory Toki somewhere in my house as my like everyday drinking whiskey. I think I have a bottle of Glenfiddich though, sitting on my mantle right now, like a 12-year. My wedding whiskey was a 22-year Glenfiddich. Morning, Kimmy. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Kevin. Kevin. I like pigeons, Kevin. I have no friends. Once I was in love, but not anymore. Now I am homeless. I live in Central Park. Just burning through. Oh my goodness. I don't like Lagavulin. Lagavulin tastes like kitchen cabinets to me. All right, let's see if I remember how to do this. Morning, Keblock. Keblock, did you do an episode 2 yet? I don't think I saw it on my Spotify. Or is it just the holidays, man? Whiskey neat. I like my whiskey with ice. I do like my whiskey on the rocks, though. And I talked to somebody about this recently. I had this epiphany where, because my wife said, you know, it's strange that you like your whiskey with ice because I don't like ice in any of my other drinks. I don't like cold drinks, like cold, because I have very sensitive teeth. And I kind of realized, you know, I should maybe start just putting a little water in my whiskey. You know, like you take like 3 or 4 like little drops of water to open up the flavor. And I might start doing that and trying that to see if it gives me the same, you know, the same flavoring. As a former smoker, all right. I mean, I get it. To me, it's... My brother loves Lagavulin. He took me out one night when I went up by him, and he, like, was raving about it. And we went out to this whiskey bar, and he had me try it. And the drink that I had that night was actually pretty good. But the last time I bought Lagavulin, I was like, this tastes like a kitchen cabinet, and I can't do it. I got you, man. I don't mean to put stress on that either. It just... I mean, between a first and second episode is always an interesting change in dynamic that I was curious about. But take your time, man. You do you. And the holidays, I mean, Zeta Protocol is off for the holidays too. I really need to pay attention to see if my healing... Oh, look, my healing is done. I take my whiskey neat. Come to the dark side. We have cookies. Is the dark side drinking your whiskey neat? I can drink whiskey neat. I just like I like the opened flavor when it comes to you know, having it on the rocks. Oh my god. You know what I found out was interesting? That Pappy is made by Buffalo Trace. And Buffalo Trace is like a low-end drinking bourbon, I think. And it's not bad. My wife loves it. She's a bourbon person. And when I went to look up Pappy, I found out that it was the same people. And I was very surprised. Egg bless us. Everyone. We got to get some tags in here so that we can start to ramp. Well, you know, man, when you want me, I would love to join you guys one day. Once you guys feel like you've established your own dynamic, right? Because I think it's important that you establish your own dynamic first. But once you've done that, hit me up. I'd love to pop in with you guys and support it. We used to, speaking of running bald, man, my best friend and I, when we used to go to the bars a lot in our hometown when we lived there, it was our little dive bar. And there weren't a lot of fancy bars at the time because we're talking 20 years ago. All of the girls would come in on their 21st birthday with like their girl squad and like that stupid little crown that said, "Buy me a shot, I'm 21." And we used to love buying shots for them anytime these girls would come in, and we would get them a cactus flower. So that was our drink of choice when it came to buying people drinks. And a cactus flower is basically a shot of tequila and Tabasco sauce. And it was always priceless when the bartender would like give them that shot and be like, "Oh, it's from those guys over there." And I'm assuming their first thought would be like, "Oh, these like semi-cute guys are hitting at us, like, and we're getting free drinks, exactly what we want." And then they would drink the shot, and their faces would just be so defeated by Tabasco sauce. It was funny every single time that it happened. Yeah, well, I mean, being in Kentucky for bourbon's not my thing, really. Again, my wife really, really loves it. She likes Basil Hayden. She likes Buffalo Trace. She likes Bullet. So we typically have a bottle of Bullet in the house. It's her favorite. Yeah, it was our favorite thing to do when we were young and stupid. Xander, you are the person to question that. You know, man, I don't have an answer for you. But you know how, like, when people say, "Oh, this tastes like shit," and, like, you don't actually know what shit tastes like, but, like, you know what shit tastes like? It's exactly what I feel like a cupboard would taste like. Yeah, man, once you get your dynamic, because I don't want to overthrow your dynamic. I want you to get that down. We have gone to I've done 2 distillery tours. I did one in Florida on my bachelor party. My friends took me down to Ybor City. We had a really great time. And they took me down to the Siesta Key distillery. I don't really drink rum that much anymore, but I used to be a huge rum drinker. I loved rum. And Siesta Key is still my favorite rum. So they took me down there. They pranked me a little bit. They got me in an Uber and they told me while we were in the Uber that we were going skydiving because they knew that would freak me out. And I was like, dudes, I will run. The second we get out of this car, I will sprint. I am not getting in a plane. But ends up they took me to the Siesta Key distillery. And then, right after COVID, when my wife and I went to Colorado for our honeymoon, we went to Stranahan's. And we had a very fun time there because we got a free tour. Because at the time, people still loved teachers. And they had like on Mondays, teachers can do the tasting tour for free. And it was like a Monday because we were on our honeymoon. And they took us through the tour. And I remember we got to the tasting room. It was my first ever like tasting. And the guys just kind of poured us whiskey. So I drank it. I was like, oh, wow, this is really great. And then they started talking about tasting notes and like sipping the whiskey. And they realized I already drank the first whiskey. So everyone made fun of me and asked me like, oh, aren't you supposed to be a teacher and be smart? And I was like, no, don't worry. I'm a special ed teacher. It's all good. It was a good time. My dad's customers, he worked in a grocery store. He was like the buying manager. They used to buy him like Johnny Walker Blue Label as gifts. And this is back when, not that Johnny Walker Blue was great, but like when it was really the only majorly known high-end whiskey. And it's fine. It's a smooth bottle, but there are much better bottles for cheaper. I take my whiskey neat. That song is stuck in my head now. He say, get comfortable as a pair, and then he can be the third to spice things up. That is exactly what I'm saying. Listen, guys, I'm monogamous in real life, but on Twitch, I'm poly. I just know that I have a very overpowering dynamic. And I want to make sure that these guys have their own dynamic down before I throw everything in the loop. Sure know how to take over a room. Yesterday we had our class parties, and you know the class parents come in, and I think the parents were joking around about like the teachers going to the middle of the room and like doing a whatever when they got their like class gift. I don't think that they realized that I was all for it, and I went into the middle of the room, and I gave a speech to the class. It was a very interesting speech. I wish it was caught on camera. I think the kids liked it. Hobnob, I got one from one kid one year, and it was from like a terror. This girl was a terror in class, and their parents gave all of the teachers in the room, because there was aides, there was teachers, whatever, but it was a gen ed room just with a few like inclusion stuff. They got us all bottles of wine with custom wine labels that said something along the lines of like, here's a bottle of wine, even though my daughter's great, like, I know you whine about other children. Some bullshit like that. And we had a really great laugh because it was their child that was the problem in that class. Morning, Snorlax. Be well, bald man. Oh, I gotta get back into jogging. I need to get a new treadmill. I really do. I need to start running again. It's too cold. I need a treadmill for this cold weather. I used to run so much. I need to. I have to get back into it. It's been so busy. You guys keep me so busy. Merry Christmas, Toad. I'm sure that's not how you say that. Toadiac, I'm assuming. But to me, I see Toad. Like Frog and Toad. Hey, Zor. It's about 36 degrees, I believe, right now here. Let's check. Yesterday was 36 degrees, I know that. Right now it's 30. Oh, it's actually, it's 36. I'd show you my weather app, but that would dox me. Okay, so it is Toad. Great, then I don't feel bad for calling you Toad. The day before you eat and drink too much and feel like Jabba the Hutt, that is going to be tonight for us. We're almost done with TB, which is nice. I don't know what the feels like is right now. I didn't look. I just know that it's 36 degrees. Ah, there's 69 people watching the stream right now. LOL. I'm gonna tell you, Gungans are not. Gungans are a fun team. They're not a very high-end team. Like, there's things they can do at the high end, but they're not a priority team, which I think kind of, well, actually, it's great. I think it's great because now I can get them all to R10 and not have to worry about other people having a full R10 Gungan team. I almost have the resources to take another Gungan to R10, but I don't know if I should do like a good R10 before, you know, and like alternate one good R10, one ridiculous R10. Because I'm almost there. I could actually do one today. Right, I think I have finished all of the combats that I am eligible for. Yeah, I'm not eligible for that, and nobody does that mission because it's stupid. Double drops day, and then triple drops day. They are isolated, you know, and there was, put it to a vote of the 69 viewers. There is no ROI now, obviously, because there was before with the raid. So there was like a usefulness to getting them. But they are kind of, you're right, they are isolated now. There's not much that you can do with them now. Which it to some degree it sucks, but it's also kind of great because, like, again, as the super fan that wants to stand out, I don't have to worry about so many people building them up. Isolated now. All right, we are going to get to Conquest. I'm just going to step out and grab some water, so give me like 60 seconds, and we will be right back. See, that was quick. There we go. R10 Geo. My Geos aren't even... I've been slowly working on bringing them to R7 for that mission that I have no need to do. But at the same time, I don't want to use any G12 gear on these characters because that's more useful for scrap right now. And with these light speed tokens that come out in the episode pass, kind of just hoping that, you know, they'll be usable in some degree. This one is not usable, but most of them have been. And I have been doing these, where are they? The journey quests and the journey quest to like get some of them. And I got like 2 free Zetas out of it, which is kind of nice. Defeat 50 clone troopers with any version of Ahsoka Tano has been fucking annoying unless somebody knows an easy way to do that. Just because the only node that I found that I can do that in is in Cantina. I don't know if there's like a journey guide that has it. Or is Omnis needed for Zepho? They're just helpful in Zepho. You definitely don't need them. I like the Whirlwind one, and the Leader one just doesn't work. Is there a light side Order 66 node? LS9E 1 2 3 4 5. Oh, nice. Let's see. She has a node in her journey guide. Do we know which one it is? Is it this one? Oh, look at that. Oh, but you can't auto it. I want to auto it. I mean, I guess there was a lot of kills, though. I gotta watch a movie? Ugh. Just hit Q over and over again? Alright, let's do that. Because I want to get to the next quest, because, like, the quest progress and everything. I made you some content. I know, but I don't like to bore people with boring content. Health mod challenge tier 3 can be autoed and gives a good chunk. That is not a bad thing to know if I had mod energy right now. But I used my mod energy. I'm not doing any resource. Well, I did refreshes for mod energy, actually. Are you not? Are you not entertained? Can say no. It won't hurt my feelings much. It'll only hurt a little bit. Come on, CG, just let me auto these. Especially when you make me do it 8 times. Like, there's no reason. $29. Are you guys having fun yet watching me auto this battle? Does anyone have any good plans for today? Christmas Eve? The bar is really low. I hate to laugh at that, but you know, it is what it is. We live in the TikTok generation, so the bar is very low as it is. We only have to spam Q, I don't know, like 1,000 more times. As I sit here and multitask. There's a bar. I wish. I'll be at the bar later, getting my chicken wings. That's an important part of my day. You have a plan of a 17th century French castle. What does that mean? You're not in France. Is it like a puzzle? I'm confused, man. Are you delirious from being up with sick children? Free stay. Maybe next month I'll get a free stay. I hope I'm getting a free stay. My wife and I, it's her birthday next month, and my plan, even though it'll be very expensive and I shouldn't do this because mortgage, my plan is to get an overnight hotel in Manhattan and going to see a show on Saturday night and then going to a matinee on Sunday morning. I hate you. I hate you, Xander. I really do. And I mixed up you and Zavor because you both have Z names, and all you Z named people look alike. It's basically what I'm saying. Is this the last time I have to do this? I hope it's the last time I have to do this. Yeah. Yeah, I used to drive upstate to see my brother for the holidays, and he lives about 3 hours away, so I know how that feels. What are we gonna go see? We are gonna see a bunch of movies this weekend. We want to see Zootopia 2. I heard Zootopia 2 is really good. We want to see that Housemaid movie. I'm not really down for Sydney Sweeney right now, but the movie is apparently good. So we're going to probably see it anyway. Those are the only two movies on our agenda for the week. I don't think there's anything else out that we haven't seen already. That Five Nights at Freddy's movie was god awful. I took a nap during it. Defeat 100 enemies with Wookiees. And you get a Jedi Knight. Alright, that can be done slow. I don't need to do that fast. Okay, we got Conquest. What needs to be done in Conquest? I need Disarm, Clone Troopers, Blind, and SM-33 Surviving. This is easy, but we're going to need Lord Vader for this battle. Can't give her your hardest 7 minutes ever. What am I going to do with the extra 6 minutes, though, Mountain Goat? Yeah, but I don't really have to do the Chota missions because I don't need that Lightspeed token at all. I just wanted to get to the last part of the guide so that I could slowly work on that part. Let's try this with SM-33 in the lead spot. See if it works. It works on some nodes. It does not work on other nodes. I think we're going to be okay. Oh, come on. Like, really? That's really fucking annoying. So, I actually only have one more disarm that I need to do, and I've already what I did with disarm. Well, I'll show you. I don't need to do the battle. What I did with disarm was Jabba, Quercetan, IG-12 for extra blind, CX-2 because it's very quick, and Watt to keep the tank tech up. Maz, Balin Skull. All right, let's do the Balin Skull one. I was able to get that very, very fast that way. Where is Shin? Shin, Dengar, and let's say Quercetan, because why not? What sucks is I got that Wookiee thing after the marquee battles. Because the marquee battles would have made that really, really easy to do. Oh, you're all dead. That sucks for you. Now, this is one where SM33 with the clones will probably work pretty well. No, you don't, because what? Trench is like 30 bucks. You don't waste $30 on a joke like that. $10, yes. I did that to a friend when the Ray bundle came out. He refused to farm Ray. So I bought him the Ray bundle. And he quit the game like 3 months later. I'm not saying that those two things are related, but they might be. I'm not really concerned with my efficiency in this conquest because, again, I don't really feel like I need to go hyper crazy with Datacron farming. So that is, on its own, like, that is kind of nice. That if I don't need... If I miss a battle or I die or I have to go back to a battle, it's not as big of a deal. Another... 3 bad batch in a row. All right, let's try it. I don't know if it'll work at this low of a stamina. I honestly don't even know if my trench is relicked. He might be relicked because you guys voted for me to relic him at some point. So it's like it's a possibility. Can I get it? Nice. Is there an upcoming node? Hey, Shadow. Merry Christmas, buddy. Yeah, I'm actually surprised by how many people are online right now, if we're completely honest. 9 of 10. Okay, let's do Jabba. What? Let's do Curse, Tan. IG-12. And who else? Oh my goodness. User coming in hot. Merry Christmas, buddy. Oh, Jesus Christ, that fucking conversion rate, dude. Seriously, Merry Christmas. I appreciate it. So does my wallet. And the bar tab later. That is a bar tab later. That is me and my my brother-in-law getting trashed at the wing place. Yeah, I mean it's easy for me to celebrate Christmas today because look, like my parents are no longer alive. My brother lives in Korea. My other brother lives 3.5 hours away. So I just do what my wife does. All right. Well, that's not buying me R10 Gungans. Who do I want as the 5th? Yeah. User treats me right. He does. Who else has blind? Blind. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Can we get another blind character in here? Malgus has blind. Quiggled. How does Quiggled blind? Ooh. Okay, let's do Quiggled. Let's see if this will work. We have all the 10 Planet Brunches and kids stuff and so on. That is a lot, man. This is why I don't have kids yet. I have 2 days at my in-laws. That's all I have. Oh, actually, I should have taken out. Really, what I want to do is take out some of these guys. No, Shadow, you got to do your conquest. Do it easy, because here's what's going to happen, Shadow. Next week, you're going to complain to me about conquest. And what's going to end up happening is in 2 days, you're going to do all of your conquest, and you're going to be really upset about having to do your conquest over the course of 2 days. So just get it done now. Mountain Goat, I think when you try to price is right somebody, you're supposed to go dollar above that person, not just $1. I don't think you've watched the show enough. Are they the rich in-laws or the bad in-laws? I don't have rich in-laws. No, my in-laws are fine. They're fine. I got very lucky with my in-laws. But the house is very chaotic. It's a family of lingerers. They like to just like linger and talk. Like I'm somebody, when I would go to my dad's house, I'd be like, all right, it's time to leave. See you later. Bye. When I go to my in-laws' house, they'll be saying goodbye for 2 hours. They like to just sit on the couch and rewatch things that they've already watched. And that's just not me. Yeah, there's no reason to go hardcore on this conquest user, but like it makes more sense to start it now and just do it light. You know, you do it light now so that you don't have to worry about going crazy later. That's the whole point. Start it like... Yeah, man, I'm like... My friends used to joke with me because I was somebody that would Irish goodbye anywhere we went. I would like text my buddy. There was one time a friend of mine couldn't drive and he was going on this date with this girl and he needed someone to drive him to this club. And I was single at the time and I told him I would drive him, and they kind of set it up as like a sort of double date where this she brought some friend along. And I remember walking into the club being super overwhelmed by the music because, you know, club music can be very like... And I went to the bar. I bought everybody a drink. I told my buddy that I just needed to go to the bathroom. I went out to my car, texted him, and the text said, "Hey, man, enjoy your night. I'm in the car sleeping. When you're done, like, don't come early. When you're done, just knock on the window and I'll drive you home." It's just how I am. No, don't red crate. Yeah. Just go slow and steady. That's the way to do it right now. You just go slow and steady to get it done. There's no reason to go crazier than that. I'm not doing DC farming. No reason to do DC farming. I might do like a little bit because I don't have as many DCs as you do, user. You Irish goodbye to your sister's wet. Man, when my sister gets married, I will probably do the same thing to mine. I should probably win the battle now, huh? Alright, let's win the battle and see if I got enough blinds. I have my era feats at like level 3 now, I think. It was nice. I got a decent amount of what was needed. Merry Christmas, user. I appreciate the support, man. I really do. And Mountain Goat as well. Leia. Let's do Leia, Rebels, Pop, and then SM33. So you still, Amy, the nice thing though is like you still get all of the free rerolls. So if you only had one DC, you're still more meaningfully getting materials. I can be the drunkest person at a wedding and still leave early. I just can't be the one driving. There we go. Oh, come on, really? I swear to God, if you kill him, I was about to be so mad if SM33 died. I don't have anywhere near as many rerolls. My DC, like, they're in decent shape. I still need to get them rerolled, but I've been covering my bases. You know, make sure I have a support cron, make sure I have a tank cron, make sure I have a bunch of attacker crons, healer crons. The rest of them are going to tank crons, though. Or to attacker crons, rather. We finished this one early, like super early. So I guess we can just run GK. Who do we want in here? Snips, right? Guess we could just run these battles on auto for Galactic Republic wins. It's kind of nice. It's not going to be a fun 3 months of GAC. Every DC is going to be a perfect DC. It's going to come down to whether or not you just happen to win that battle. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm going to play more relaxed, honestly. I'm not going to try hard these 3 months. User turned me into a GAC tryhard, but right now, during this time, I can't do it. This time. Fuck, now Nickelback is stuck in my head. I am the one who said da 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 da. You turned me into a cat tryhard. That's where the transition started, Shadow, definitely. But you don't yell at me when I don't try in GAC. User yells at me. User is abusive. You like to lift me up. I think in K5 you shouldn't be too bad because people still need to do the actual Datacron farming. I think you'll be all right. What I really need to work on is modding for lots of old characters and make sure they're where I need to be. Top 4 finish is a smart way to go about it. I know a lot of people do that. They do like the 2. They specifically 2 and 1 on purpose. I went 0 and 3 last week, which was insane. Just so many battles that should have been won that just got completely shut down. It really pissed me off. I want to check, am I getting any of evasion down? Fine. Okay. We're doing what we need to do. We're doing fine. Shadow, for you, I told you, man, you're like at the very peak where other people can't advance and you still have a lot of advancing that you can do. You are gonna be solid. You are good, man. Fucking Darth Vader. Because I have to go 100 times in a row in Merciless Massacre. I still have to pack for my in-laws. Eh. What I should do is look at what's coming up in Sector 4 so that I like know what teams I should not be using. So let's see. Sector 4, no tanks with LV, DV. Which, okay, I could do Maz for Quiggold. Oh, CLS for no tanks. Okay. Nice. Smart. So I'm good. I don't have to worry about my GR. My GR can do whatever they want right now. You're stuck in Erodium 1 to 3 for now. For now. It's always for now. Now that you're in my loving embrace, you are in a better position to get into Kyber eventually. How many outfits does Polly need for 2 days? I don't need that many outfits. I just need clothes for tomorrow. I need pajamas. Because, well, I guess I don't now that there's a room there and I'm not sleeping on a futon. Yeah, don't be... Listen, these 3 months are your building time. You did the tier 1 of BKMC. Because of you, I unlocked BK. No, let's do... Because of you, I unlocked Mommy Mandalore in 1 try. Because of you, I got Duel of the Fates and ROI. Let's all talk about Duel of the Fates, and we'll summon Sin to yell at us about how the ROI is terrible and how she'll never love me. This time, I'm worried about ROI. No, don't die. Don't do that to me. like, like, like SpongeBob needs water. Does SpongeBob even need water? He's gone on land before. SpongeBob has done crazy things. Remember that whole episode where he goes into Sandy's area and doesn't realize he needs water? It's like, water! We only care about ROI, pum-pum-pum-pum. If you don't R9 the boys, I will die, pum-pum-pum-pum. I care about your passive income, pum-pum-pum-pum. I think I said this last time. I really hate these bosses because I have to remember these 5 guys. Like, all right, who do I use? So we'll do the 1 right now while I'm focused, so I don't have to remember 5. I gotta kill the big guy first, if I remember correctly. You're gonna do it because of that. If I care about ROI, why did I tell you to do the Poverty Patrol? Because I know you, Shadow, and I know that if you're gonna be playing this game long term. Oh, damn. And if you're gonna play this game long term, there is ROI in that. And anyone who tells you otherwise is wrong. And that person who is wrong, their name is probably Phil. You get ROI. I mean, look, I'm going to tell you right now, the ROI is actually better on Poverty Patrol than it was in the past. Because now, GK are just as valuable as Droid Brains. And if GK are just as valuable as Droid Brains, then that means that 66% of the materials are good for you, instead of just 33%. And that is important. Is there an enrage timer here? Am I going to get screwed by the enrage? I'm always right. Egnards is always right. You know this already. Passive income is so important in this game. So important. It is what builds you. When people tell me they haven't done something and then a year later they go, oh, I'm right, it hurts me in my soul. I don't know if I agree that it's more important right now because there are other ways to get those, but I do definitely think it is at least equally important. I will give you a maybe on them being more important. I will give you a resounding maybe. That is the best I will do. But you're right. I'm low on GK right now. And that's why I'm bringing characters from like R5 to R7 and R1 to R5. So that I can build up my GKs again. Now, I only have 33 GKs versus like 200 or some odd Droid Brains. But that's also because I have not deconstructed for them. Whereas I did deconstruct for Droid Brains. Though I do have plenty of our G12 gear. I just don't want to do it unless it's necessary. And my goal right now is I would really, really like to have a Relic 9 BKM team for Mandalore.
certainly lucky that you are on our side. My goodness. Dear, dear.
Got you, bitches.
My.
Oof.
Hey, over here.
Hey, over here. Where to go for upgrades right now? Because I'm kind of just hoarding. Stranger will be R9 day one, just more. Oh, shit. R9 Stranger, maybe. Maybe. Oh, see, look. I can get wiki kills here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do them all R9 on the same day, though, Ani. Just because I feel like they're not super useful to me one at a time. So that if something more important comes up in that time, I can do the something more important.
My goodness, your skills are quite incredible. Dear, dear. Very well. This is no time for your foolishness.
Look at that. We're Eskimo brothers when it comes to CLS, Kevlock. Or maybe we could say Hoth brothers. Morning, Ani. We want to take out Barris first because she does all this stupid shit.
How dare my.
I don't even know if I'm gonna work. This team's gonna work because of Barris and her shit. Might end up losing this one.
Here.
I don't think you're gonna need to R10 Stranger.
My. My. We're certainly lucky that you are on our side. My goodness. My goodness.
No, stop with this merciless massacre shit.
How dare you, dear, dear. My. My goodness.
Come on, we can do this.
Dear. My goodness.
We can do this. Oh, maybe we can't because we can't kill anybody.
My. Dear, dear. My goodness. My.
You're killing me, Barris. Oh, shit.
My.
Okay, maybe this is gonna be a loss.
My. My.
It's fine.
Over here.
Hey, Thrawn. Good morning.
My goodness.
Yeah, you know, it was a last-minute decision to do a brunch this morning. I'm up early. My wife is not up early. So I figured, why not, right? We're going to just let this battle run because of evasion downs and the other stuff that I need. But clearly a loss. Let's throw... Who needs to survive? Quiggled? Of course... Wait, I think I didn't do the Quiggled feat last time. I think I didn't do Quiggled because it's annoying. With the no tanks feat as well. I remember we can do... I don't know if this is going to work because there's such low stamina. Let's find out. that in there. Let's get this guy's clone tripper to kill them all. Killing me softly with his song. With his song. Strumming my face with my fingers. One time. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da. Killing me softly with his song. Alright, we should be good here. Till we're not. Get some Wookiee kills.
My goodness, your skills are quite...
We are making progress. Let's see. Wookiee kills. We are up to 12. We only need 88 more. Look at that. All this relic talk just got me curious if R10 will be needed for the era battle in a couple of months. I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I think that R10 is... I think that Relic Delta is more about R12. And I don't think they necessarily want R10 to be impactful. Because I do think they want us to forget about Relic Delta and just have the game play out as they add stuff in later and later and later to piss us off with. So that's my headcanon. It's a little bit of a conspiracy theory, definitely. But I think only a little bit. Of course. Why wouldn't you kill him? Kind of knew that this battle was going to go end. I don't think you're going to be asked to R10 an era battle unit. I think that would be insane of them to do. Come on. Why you gotta do me like that, game? I actually really hate the Thrawn in Conquest. He's a real pain in the ass. Let's do... What do we need? Damage over time. We need no tanks. We need stamina for that other team. Let's try this. See if it works. Just takes so many turns. I think it's gonna be a little while, Con, and yeah, maybe when R11 comes out. I don't think they're gonna do that right away. I really think that their goal right now is they want us to play the game and kind of forget about Relic Delta. And by forget about, I mean just get to a point where it's like, all right, this is just part of the game. Well, you know, to be fair, I don't think they want us preparing for double drops. Right? I think that's part of the point. And that's kind of why... that's kind of why they do triple drops at the end of double drops instead of just having a triple drop day. So you can't really prepare for a triple drop day without it being kind of a waste of your energy. Why did you say R12? Because I think the idea is they want to advance relics a lot more quickly and make them still be impactful. Yeah, I think they just want us to get used to the game, and we get to that spot. Goodness. We're actually doing pretty good here. We are doing okay. Let's see. Data discs. I need to put on... No, not Soursu. We gotta put on Booming Voice. We could take off a Zealous Ambition, because I have 3 of them on. Actually, let's take off Evasive Techniques. I don't even have enough to take off Evasive Techniques. We can take off Evasive Techniques in 4 minutes, and I am going to wait those 4 minutes. So tell me, friends, what do we talk about for 4 minutes? Warlock, I think, yes, I mean, they are getting worse. I think, so with Brunch, I only turn on start of video ads. I do not turn on midstream ads, which significantly hurts my revenue, but I also don't want to impact, Brunch. Well, look, I would love transparency from CG about a lot of things. I don't necessarily think that data mine stuff is something that need to be transparent about. I don't mind the idea that something like triple drops or double drops is, not told ahead of time. I don't mind that those are supposed to be surprises. I do think that CG really, really, really needs to be better about giving us communication in game about things that affect us. Like the Datacron issues. If you're a player that does not engage with Discord, you get very confused. When it comes to like when they did the relic transfer over and doubled all of the doubled all of the gearing, and then took, halved all of the relic stuff. There was a lot of players confused about that. And then further increases. And I think that that's a problem. And there are games that are a lot less impactful and a lot more predatory that are better about communicating stuff in game. Even the shitty, the shitty fundraising charity game that we just played, like, they tell you everything you need to know in game. They send you a message in game with everything that you need to know. And that's kind of a problem when a game of this caliber by a semi-major studio, or I should say a studio with a major publisher, should have those things in place. Though I don't want to get too negative, because apparently somebody watched my last brunch and I'm way too negative of a person. And that must have been the first brunch that they've ever watched. I don't know. We want to talk about the Denver Broncos. We play the Chiefs tomorrow. Now, for the last couple of years, we've won 1 game and lost 1 game against them pretty much every season. I was telling my wife that I kind of expect to lose to the Chiefs tomorrow. I think that it's going to be a reversal of the Christmas game last year. Last year, the Chiefs were in such a dominant position in the league that they played their second string team and got their ass kicked. And I think that the Broncos are going to do the same tomorrow. We are going to play our second string team and we're going to get our ass kicked. It doesn't really matter. But I will be staying up and I will be watching that game. Is it today or is it tomorrow? Is it Christmas or Christmas Eve? Broncos game. It is tomorrow at 8:15. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not expecting them to do well tomorrow. This is our game that we should be losing. I was very annoyed about their last game. It was very, very upsetting that we lost that. I don't even know I don't pay attention to the data mines that much. I don't know about the calendar. I might have gotten calendars. I don't know what calendars I did, what calendars I didn't. They need to prevent the Patriots from getting the #1 seed. Maybe, maybe that's what, I know that they want the #1 seed. I know that they're looking for the #1 seed, but we'll see what happens. Oh, there were factionalists. What? I never heard of those. Okay, so I have 7 now. Do I have to back out of this to do it? Booming voice, evasive techniques, confirm. So now I am back to 0. Yeah, I did not even know about those factionalists. I wonder if it was like a new game thing. Is it all like new accounts that were getting these factionalists? Look at this. We've got 24. I need 2 more corrupted signal data. Gotta actually catch my electrium conductors up to my Zinbiddles. Am I? Do I watch Family Stranger Things? So at 8:15 is the Broncos game. Is this the last set? Because I thought they were releasing Stranger Things in 3 sets. My wife and I did watch Stranger Things. We've seen all of it up until this season. We are kind of over it. We've I was saying to my wife a few days ago when the show first started, Millie Bobby Brown was like 10 years old, and now she's married and has an adopted kid. And it's just been so long because there was so much time in between the seasons. So we do want to finish Stranger Things, but we're waiting for them all to come out before we watch this final season. So the one more episode is the Christmas one, because we'll probably start watching it right after Christmas then. Who do you think is the best all-around team in the game? I mean, that's a very loaded question. I think Leia is a solid team because it has... So New Year's. New Year's is the last episode, then we're going to wait for New Year's. I think Leia is a solid team because even though her ROI on her event kind of sucks, she does still have that ROI from that event. She works really well in Conquest. She is a GL that's not a Force user, which doubly helps in Conquest. And she ends up being a Swiss Army knife of being able to beat almost every team in the game. I think Supreme Leader Kylo Ren kind of falls into this same overall structure. There's not as much ROI because you don't necessarily need him for places of power, but he is the Swiss Army knife that kind of works anywhere in the game. Those banners are not super, super great. If we're talking about like a non-GL team, the UFU team is really solid, but it is very, very, very expensive. Like insanely expensive to play. So it's one that I don't generally recommend to people, but I really like it. Now, with Starkiller moving over to the Stranger team, is that going to impact the UFU team? Yes, it certainly is going to impact the UFU team, and it might completely change the dynamic there. 501st, I feel like, is starting to fall behind, personally, in terms of game stuff. Who else do we have? Let's see. I really love my Balin team. I don't think it's one of the best teams. I think it's pretty solidly, but not crazy impactful. Yeah, I mean, I hate people that are like, oh, if it's only on offense, it's not a good team. I really hate people that do that. Like, different teams have different uses. Some are defense teams, some are offense teams. UFUs are an amazing team. I know you don't like the UFU team because you've lost against Ray with it, but it has other uses. And it's a team that really needs heavy investment, like very heavy investment. Have I reviewed the new SD pack? Is it this one? This pack? The refinery? Is this a different one than the last one? Because I've definitely, let's see. We recently recruited 3 people from your reviews and from server. I also do guild I do guild ads for people sometimes if I have a funny idea for it. I'll show you the one that I just recently did. I find it to be hilarious. Yes, this one. All right, let's see. This one looks new. Yeah. So if we look at the corrupted signal data bundle, which is $9.99, we could value this right now. Right? So watch. Let's take this. Let's go over here. You guys will get a quick look into how I do this. Swugga.gg. Nope, that is the wrong one. Premium value charts. Okay, so we're going to take this corrupted signal data one. We're going to duplicate it. We're going to call this signal data refinery one. Oh, actually, no. We are going to undo that because I have a BOGO one. We're going to use the BOGO one as the template. So let's use the BOGO one as a template. Let's duplicate this. Let's call it signal data refinery one. Signal data refinery one, back to normal packs. Let's add it in here. Insert link. Good, we're gonna move it right to here. And we're gonna move in. No, Con Warlock, I know what you're referring to, and I basically I'm agreeing with you. So we got to go down from here. Let's delete these cells. Shift up. Okay, so we need to go over to the anchor values. Let's go gray down to corrupted. Let's go over here down to corrupted. Gray. I hate that this is in reverse order. 60, 45, 37. Quantities, same thing, right? So pop that over. Raw values. B5. Equals this. Now my cryptid signal data values right now are preliminary. I might change them in the future. These are based on the store values of the different signal datas. Okay, we're gonna say the cost here is $19.99, and this is $9.99. It's not bad. It seems off though. Let me check and make sure that this is correct. Okay, 8 to 11. 60, 45, 37. Value is F14. Okay, so $63. All right. And K14. I mean, did we add these two together? Oh, I see why. I know why I messed this up. Okay. So it's F13 plus $9.99. There we go. So this is what I would value the signal data refinery as right now. right? So about a 60% value increase if you buy it once, about a 111% value increase if you buy it twice. That's pretty damn good value within the game. Now, again, I may lower the corrupted signal data store values later on as we start to see more of these packs. But right now, 362 is where I feel it's fair when we're talking about buying it. A lot of people who talk valuations with me, they don't understand that we're not talking about farming valuations, because farming valuations, if you're going very light, very low, you're not buying these packs. When you're buying these packs, it's because you need something that's beyond farming. Did you notice that the signal data price and episode shipments were changed? I actually did not. I just buy them blindly because I buy the episode pass. And when you buy the episode pass, it's kind of like, you just buy it, you get it because it's a no-brainer. Signal data conversion. So for those of you, when we talk about signal data and converting for corrupted signal data, the fragmented is really the only thing that I would honestly convert because of the drop rates. I know it seems like the conversion rate on flawed seems really, really, really nice. You go, oh, hey, that's 40-ish% higher. But when you look at the cost to farm it, it is also much higher. So it's just something to kind of keep in mind when talking about corrupted signal data. How am I handling corrupted signal data right now? If you're somebody who's very intently into Relic 10, you're going to be doing it differently. But right now, I am just trying to keep my signal data fairly even. And whenever I notice I have way more fragmented signal data than the other signal data, I convert a little bit of it. And I'm doing that a little bit at a time, so that by the time I actually need this signal data, I will be in good shape and will hopefully have enough for the couple of Relic 10s that I will need to eventually have. Right? That's the thing to keep in mind. All right, global. What are we doing here? There we go. See how the guild is doing in TB. We are doing fine. I think we're in okay position, right? 279. These are probably mostly done now. So you need about like 40 there. Yeah, we're going to be in a good position. We're going to be fine for day number 2. Now, guys, I don't have anything else to do. I finished everything. My raid is done. My TB is done. I guess I can see if I have any good mods that need to be moved around. But other than that, we have kind of gotten through brunch. We will still be doing brunch on Sunday. And then next week, I guess we might as well do we're going to do a New Year's brunch, and I will bring the champagne for New Year's brunch. Merry Crapmas. Merry Christmas, Rayo. And to everybody. Have I done draw today? No, I haven't done draw today. I haven't done roster reviews today. I very specifically didn't do those things on purpose. I wanted this to be a shorter brunch on purpose. I was hoping that it would end before I had to go to the dentist so that I could relax a little bit. In our charity game, yes, the charity stuff is over. We finished it, but I do need to amass a grand army of the Republic so that I can go ham on my enemies. Let me just see where I can put this mod. A health mod, health circle with 13 speed. Health circle, speed, something with less than 13. Where can we put that? We could do it on Treya, but that's not going to be very impactful. Where will it be impactful? Maybe we'll put it on Barris. Let's put it on Barris. There we go. And let's check if anyone's on Twitch. I see Berm is on Twitch. I see Womprat is on Twitch, but Berm is playing Star Wars, so let's raid out to Berm today. Who is... It looks like Lady Geek is cheating on me with Berm right now. That's okay. We like Berm. He's sexy. I understand. Seriously, guys, have a great holiday. Have a great rest of your day. If you don't celebrate, enjoy your Chinese food. And I will see you guys in a couple of days when we do our Sunday much longer, much better brunch.